What's up, you guys? Zoeb here from oneglancetrader.com, and in this video I'm super excited because I'm releasing the OGT Pivot Points Indicator version 1.2. And even if you're brand new to this indicator, we'll go through high level what this indicator is, what the settings are, what the new settings and inclusions is for version 1.2, how I trade using the OGT Pivot Points Indicator, and most importantly, this indicator is absolutely free. Link is inside the description to download this version for on your MT4 platform. All I ask for in return is that you smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification, because I'm producing weekly content. Now I'm up to 2 videos a week going through trading strategies, whether that's through forex or options trading, as well as indicators to help you with your forex technical analysis or your options and stocks technical analysis. Primarily for forex, it will be through MT4, but also I've been ramping up my portfolio of indicators on TradingView on there. So the links to all those kind of indicators and trading strategies will all be also inside the description as well. So make sure you do smash that subscribe button. So as you can see here on the screen, I have got the OGT pivot points indicator on the screen, just showing the daily pivot point levels as it currently stands. The indicator also has your S1 to S3 and R1 to R3 also built into this. And if you are really brand new to the pivot points and don't understand what pivot points are, I will link down below the full playlist for the first version 1.1, which goes through what pivot points are in a bit more detail as part of this video. So one of the updates that we did for version 1.1, which I've not really seen any pivot points indicator actually have, is that it had a setting built in which allows you to calculate pivot points for different time frames. And in my personal view, this is an absolute game changer for those trading lower time frames and want to do pullbacks and trends and all these kind of good things. And version 1.1 video goes through this in a bit more detail. What this does is we'll show you what the 30-minute daily pivot or 30-minute pivot would look like, and you can use that in the same way you'll be using regular pivots. And as you'll see when you do select that kind of setting, that it does get hit majority of the time from a daily pivot perspective or a 30-minute pivot perspective. So that was the game changer in version 1.1. Now the game changer in version 1.2 is that now you can have the ability to see missed pivots. Now, for those of you who've been following my channel, know that I am obsessed with missed pivot trading strategies. And again, the links to all those kind of trading strategies are down below, so you can check those ones out. But I love using missed pivots as take profit targets. And the reason why that is, as if we come out of this for a second, you can see here in this chart over here, you've got the daily pivot hit, the daily pivot hit, the daily pivot hit. Oh, definitely don't want to do this. Remind me tomorrow, please. We have a missed pivot over here. Pivot hit, miss pivot. So you can see majority of the time the daily pivot is hit on the day it was created, so i.e. on the day it's actually created. And when you have a missed pivot, what you generally see, not all the time but high probability of the time, is that within the next week or so that price will go get to that missed pivot level. So if you take this level over here, you can see on the day it was hit, that the day it was created, price was nowhere near that pivot point. But the next day, price hit that pivot point here. This is a missed pivot on the day. It took 1, 2, 3 days for price to hit that missed pivot. And I don't know if that we'll find out in a second if that's a missed pivot or not. But currently today we're at a missed pivot level. And just now, as I'm shooting this video, you can see here that price has gone up and hit this missed pivot level. So it's taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 trading days to hit this missed pivot, and I couldn't have timed this even better in terms of shooting this particular video. So, but as it stands at the moment, you can't see very clearly that this is a missed pivot level over here. You just have to eyeball it to know that that was a missed pivot. So this one, for example, again, you could work it out whether the low and zoom in, but what version 1.2 has, it has this missed pivot setting in there, which you can turn on or off. So at the moment, if I click this to true, what it will do now is, and you can see here that this pivot did get hit because it's not extended out. It now extends out the pivot point until it gets hit. So now it's been hit. Now, as I'm shooting this video so I'm shooting this video on a Friday. On Monday, the line will stop here. So we'll take this pivot here. So this pivot didn't get hit. It got hit the next day, and that line has now stopped. So that line will stay constant now as for as long as you keep this setting on for. And for example, this pivot over here that again was missed, it got hit on this day over here. So that's how this new settings work. So now you can see for the number of days. See if there are any more. Can't see any more at these levels. Not actually tested this. Let's have a look at this. So at the moment, it is only showing the last 20 days. So if we took the last 200 days, for example, you can see there was one over here before, but I'm just going down now. So you can see here that there's another missed pivot level here. I don't know, I'm not going to go back to see how far back it is, but there's still a missed pivot here on the GBP USD that still has not yet been hit. So again, you know, that could be take one profit target or take two profit target as well as part of this. So now you can see that this has now been hit. So, and again, the reason why I like this, I don't even turn it off. The reason why I like this is because most of the time, unlike this particular example over here, which defies that logic, that pivot points, missed pivots, price loves to go back to missed pivot levels because it's like a mean reverting type thing. So what I wanted to show you in this video as an example of this particular missed pivot at the time of shooting the video is that you had your downtrend and then you started to get your reversal, and now we've drawn this trend line of how you've had 1, 2, 3 touches over here. Now let's just say you're in this position going long. I would be looking at this pivot point over here, or this missed pivot, to be a profit taking target or a take profit target, or you know, mindful to kind of start taking profits off the off the table. And as expected, you know, price, I've been watching this now for the week. I didn't find a good entry. Good entry would obviously been at these lows over here, or at these pivot touch points over here. Would have been a lovely entry to go up for there as a pullback within the trend. But you can see here how having the visual missed pivots look will now help you inside your trading, because if you have it on long enough, and let's say price was around this area over here, you know more than likely price wants to get to this area at some point. It might take a while, it might reverse back and then continue going up in the longer term trend, or it might continue to go back down. But missed pivots are great areas of support and resistance that I feel that you need to understand or learn about inside your trading. And now with version 1.2, this makes it so easy to see where missed pivots are potentially, even if you're not using missed pivots as a strategy, to have this indicator on to know that a missed pivot is in your way before a take profit or just before your stop loss. It will help you in terms of understanding the overall picture of this particular currency pair that you're trading. So this is what I love about this strategy. You know, I love talking about the missed pivot rollover strategy, which I'll link to on the thumbnail screen right now. Click on that, but obviously put version 1.2 on so it draws the missed pivot lines for you as great support and resistance areas and great take profit targets. So have fun with version 1.2. Comment down below on your thoughts. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and make sure you give a thumbs up and click the thumbnail now for the missed pivots rollover strategy, and I shall see you in that video shortly.